Oops. I don't want a Gith Yankee, I want a Githzerai. Any old Githzerai will do. Sure, this one. Oh, it's. Give me it. There we go. And I need this on a soundground. The two of you travel to the bridge, and you are going to see this wide open space, and you are definitely going to see the prophet easily enough in all of its sort of massive cyborg-like form, and is kneeling in reverence before this massive brine pool, where strapped to the side of it in adamantine plates and tubes is a massive brain that sits in the brine pool and seems to be connected to the ship, like is a part of it, really. Yeah, perfect. The prophet doesn't seem to notice you, but you are immediately hammered by the sensation of this elder brain that attacks presumably both of you. Unsurprisingly, Menyorog doesn't seem to be phased in this moment. But for you, it is crippling. Like, it's like your body is, it's like you are Thessalys when it was attacked. Your body is just being pulled into a single singularity, like a submarine with too much pressure that is about to fold in on itself. You have the aid of Menyorog. So I want you to roll me in this moment an intelligence saving throw. You will have advantage, and you'll have a +10 to the roll. These will all be very essential. See you survive the initial assault.
Holy shit. Sorry. I am rolling well today. The dice are literally a 19 and a 20.
Perfect. What's the total?
Um, so you're giving me a +10, that would make it a 30. Does she also get her normal
Yeah,
intelligence saving throw? So that'd be a 34.
34. Yeah, well, 30 was the DC. You are like, you're able to maintain your astrally projected form. You are able to hold fast in that. Yeah, sure, this is kind of a cool image. And you hear it within your mind, this sort of it's not unlike Menyorog in that it's this all-encompassing psionic presence, but its mere words are crushing you. Like, this is just a side effect of it communicating with you, and not even its full power. And it says, "Bold, Menyorog, to bring before me such a weak disciple, a warrior who is more acknowledged in transmuting psionics to its blade. It does not understand the astral scene. It does not understand psionics like you and me. You think that this warrior can destroy me? What is a sword to the power of the astral sea itself? To this station, to my most loyal prophet. It is nothing. She cannot succeed. She cannot succeed where you have failed, Menyorog." Menyorog seems to ignore and says, "Now stand, my son. You have faced a quarter, a small fraction of its power, the weight of its words. You must stand against it now. This will break you, but in that breaking, you will be opened to new power. How you choose to do this is your own. Now, you are going to retain advantage, and you're going to retain your +10. But you have choices here, Hassan. You have been challenged in many ways in dreams. There is the most, perhaps confident route, the one of the Gith Zerai, the one that is serenity, just using the focal, intelligent power of your mind without emotion, without anything more than just simple understanding of your own power and utilizing that in pure space of serenity. And that would require an intelligence save. There is, of course, the way that is very tempting, the way of the Githyanki, where you funnel all of your rage and all of your pain, and you funnel all of your force of presence of who you are, and all of it exerted to a single pointed, weaponized blast to bring you to your feet, to use your emotions as both a shield and a sword. And that would require a charisma save. But there is the middle of the road. There is using emotion, but not letting it consume you. There is using grief, but not letting it consume you. And there is using emotion to understand your surroundings in a better, more fuller way. And that is a wisdom saving throw. That is using emotion, using grief, but like Thalia had said, overcoming the grief and finding the power to move forward on the other side. It is your choice how you will shape your power going forward. The awareness of emotion, the use of the emotion, or the void of emotion. The choice is yours.
Remember when I just said that I wasn't gonna take the middle path? Like 2 minutes ago, when I said that I wasn't gonna, um, I did not swear that was not an
I have
oath.
my fingers crossed.
Fuck it. Yeah, so we're gonna go the wisdom route.
You have advantage. You have a plus 10.
Okay. Thank God for good dice, although not as good. Uh, so that is going to be 18, and my wisdom is going to give me +2, so that's a 20 plus the 10, which would be a 30.
30.
It was an 18 and an 8, by the way. And I rolled the 8 first. It's like, fuck.
It is in this moment that you have left serenity behind years ago. You swore you would, but it is not. The life you have led these last couple of years has taken you so far from the path of just emotionless serenity. It is a potent path, but it is not yours. And though his benefits were provided, Menyar Ag is distant. And that scares you. And you feel emotion boil up over you, emotion that you have honed to a knife's point. With your time with Basan and with all the things that have happened, it is hard not to want to hone your anger into a weapon, into a point to be utilized. But you remember Thalia's words. And she said, an emotion isn't weakness. It is overcoming weakness that is true courage and true strength. And so you take this rage and you don't hone it, but you instead complete it. For depression, sadness, anger, it is but the hill you need to rise over and above to get to the other side to find the truth and courage and strength. And you find it there. And in this moment, you find a serenity you never expected was possible. It is not a serenity that is born of voiding yourself of distraction. It is not a serenity built upon the foundation of emotionless peace, of hapless peace. And it is over the hill of rage and fear. And on the other side, there is joy, and there is love, and there is completion, wholeness. what does Basan, where does Basan's mind turn as she finds this, or as she overcomes the hill of negative, raw, angry, honed emotion and into this valley of joy and goodness and serenity in happiness and good, full emotion? Is there anyone there waiting? Is there a memory there? Is there something there that pulls you towards that valley and over that hill?
Yeah, actually. Um, the moment she and Saeed agreed to work together to get off the Nautiloid in a ship that had no business running.
In this moment, as you crest the top of the hill of anger, and it is inside you, Basan, you feel this sharp knife point that is the top of the jagged mountain that is sadness at the base, depression as you go up, is anger, and you reach the height of it, which is pain-filled anger honed to a hatred for the rest of the world. At the very peak of it, you find an unaware entity, one that is illustrious and grand, a warrior presence. And you pass it by. And as you find the slope, the peaking edge, and you look down below, this memory occurs to you and pulls to you from back at the ship, where you all see maybe like Saeed, sort of like a lion pacing, like wants nothing more than to go over that. And, it's everything in him to not try and cut through all of you to get to the great enemy that is Mirag. But I imagine you all sort of stand between him or have found some way to restrain him. There's more of you than he. I'm not worried about your ability to do that. But in that moment, he kind of, his eyes roll back and he goes limp. The presence of Menyarag is gone, Basan. And as you are at the top of that hill and you almost kind of open your arms and swan dive down into the valley of emotion and trust yourself to what's on the other side of hatred and anger, you pull with you, just from your sheer psionic connection that you have formed with Saeed, that Saeed, a ghost of Saeed, a portion of his consciousness, falls with you into this valley. And you feel him with you, and it fills you, because he has become such a key component of that for you. You feel the presence of the teachings of Aphrodite, of Thalia with you, and it is these things that you fall into. And you know her words to have been true. But in your astrally projected form, all of these thoughts are manifested in your psychic presence, and you stand before the Elder Brain. And it says, interesting, but not enough. And it asserts its will as intensely upon you as you can, as it possibly can. And you are not able to rise any further, but you do not fall. You are sort of in this half-risen state where its psionic presence is beaming down on you. You're resisting it, but you're not gaining headway. And you feel a presence, a hand on your shoulder. You hear this voice say, I name you Warrior of the Shisal Kul, for I have watched your path from the plane of the astral. And if you wish to take my title as Knight Archon of the Shisal Kul, you must face Blackness as you have faced Menyarag. You have done well, Basan. Rise now. And you feel the psionic presence just give you that last little push, and you rise to your full presence as it forces you to break the mental barriers of your own mind, as you basically push yourself into the Elder Brain's power and rip yourself apart. And the Psi Warrior is gone. And your psyche is broken, and it is rebuilt on the power of this new path that you have found. and you are no longer a wizard dabbling in the power of psionic. You are a true, potent, powerful psionic entity. And with that, you look upon the face of a warrior that you recognize, his armor anyway. And he turns back to you, and you recognize the visage of Knight Archon Tron. And he says, "Go, warrior. Go now." And you stand with ease now, with this new power realized. And you simply just decide it's time to go, as the Elder Brain has no power. You are almost fully realized, but you must face the Lich Queen to be fully realized. We have spoken of it. You may swap your class from wizard to psionic class. And
thank you.
as you return to your body, to your presence, you are going to be filled with psionic potential and power. And more still, your weapon from Knight Archon Tron will remain at your hip. And you will feel it sort of having been a tether for the Knight Archon that has brought you back. And with that, you feel the presence of Menyarag, and says, "Well done, Asana. I named you Archon of the Githzerai people. What you do with this is your will, but it is time you made your own blade, and let its color reflect your soul. You are ready to face blackness." And that is where we will end this session.
Okay.
Yay.
Right on. No, it's good. That's good. Good. No, I love this.
So does that mean you're using the because they like previewed the Scion in Unearthed Arcana quite recently. Is that what you...
Yeah, we're testing it with Basan right now.
Ah, nice.
We're giving it. I believe that's what we're doing. We're testing it out through you, Basan.
Yeah. So the class testing actually ended on the 17th.
Yeah.
So
I'm
there's
more
that.
than happy to build you.
Yeah,
we can track it pencil paper, whatever.
I've got a couple of things to send you that will work if we're gonna go face world-ending weapons.
Well, first you gotta face Blacketh, the Witch Queen of the Githyanki people, who has a pact with Asmodeus and Tiamat. So.
Oh great! Oh,
not Asmodeus. Sorry, just Tiamat. That's all. Just Tiamat.
And if you play Baldur's Gate 3, you'd know that she can cast Wish.
Oh, yeah. Great!
Yeah, she can kill you with a word. She can kill you with a word.
Yeah.
She's as much a god as a living. She's kind of a god. She's basically a god. So you will now have to go face a god and either kill it or convince it to do something entirely against its nature.
Great. No. Listen,
but you got a cool new shiny sword.
But I've got a cool new shiny sword, and
you will definitely level up. By the way, everybody all definitely levels up for sure.
Oh hell yeah!
I don't see diplomacy working. She's
we're gonna have a total
not charismatic.
Return of the Jedi smog, or no, Last Jedi or whatever smog fucking encounter. It's gonna be great.
That's really awesome.
All right, very good. That was.
Oh boy, 6 level spells.
Yeah. Well, you're gonna need it. Actually, take 3 levels. Not gonna
go. Okay, right on.
Don't. Just take 1.
Moving. Oh, right. Okay, so just 1. Right on.
Just the 1. That was a joke.
Got a little excited there.
I saw a TikTok that was really funny. I was like, "Hey guys, level up!" And everyone's like, "Yay!" And then DM looks at it and goes, "Yeah, you're gonna need it for this next spell." He goes, actually, you know what? Take a second level. Okay. And he's like, "No, take 2 more." And they're like, "What? What's going on?" And they all start panicking. Like, no, wait, what? What's going on? I thought that was fun. Anyway, next week, we'll just face Blacketh. It'll be great. Just face the screen back.
Yeah,
No,
easy.
that's
Yeah,
great.
great.
Yeah, just a
Great.
nice little walk in the
Mhm.
park. Hey, I am happy to jump into the Greek campaign whenever, at whatever time slot it sits, at what like I am whatever works for everyone.
Well, we're back. You guys probably saw the chat. Brandon's back from running around the desert, whatever he was doing. So we're back on tonight.
All right.
I'll say maybe next week, so, just because I want to look through your stuff and just finalize and be sure about what we're up to.
Oh yeah.
Unless you're like hard and fast set. I got 2 hours before the game. I can look it all over.
I was
am
gonna
not.
ask
I
if
am not.
I mean I'm happy to jump in as well.
Okay.
I know mine's
Same goes for you then, Ethris. You
I
want
mean, mine's done. You've
Yeah, we've
looked
already
at me.
talked about it.
Yeah.
We'll send the sheets in the campaign. Is your backstory with the sheet?
Yeah, it should be.
Yeah, cool. I'll just give it a double check, but sure, we can hop in tonight. It's been a while since I've run that game, so that's what I'm going to be doing for the next 2 hours while the game's getting ready. I gotta review everything and remember what the fuck I was doing.
I'll send you the hero forward as well because that's done as well.
Yeah. Right.
Hey Nath, what are you doing?
I am a cleric.
Ooh.
Nixari cleric.
Are you a fighty cleric or are you a healy cleric?
That is to be determined.
That's fair enough.
TBD. I'm very, very interested with your cleric path. I haven't really seen anyone.
Yeah, I'm not still on a subclass. I'm letting the process of the game decide what happens. I'm simply a cleric of Olympus for now.
Yep. Hell yeah. Hells yeah. Cool, guys. Well, I am going to go start getting ready for the game tonight. And we'll catch you next week, everybody.